can I do the program post-discectomy? How many weeks after would it be safe to do so?
We have a lot of members that have joined after their discectomies, either at their surgeon's direction or they've seen this stuff online. And it's a very valid question. One of the big things I try and talk about, the reality, what are you doing right now after you've had your discectomy, right? Are we getting out of bed in the morning? Are we getting on the toilet seat? Have you been to the bathroom? Like, honestly, and it sounds silly, but honestly, what have you been doing every day? Bear in mind, if we've even been sat down, but you're often instructed to avoid that. If you've been sat down, you've been putting somewhere between 40 and 90% more load through the lumbar spine. So the notion that that would be too much, or say you're lying in bed, just practicing engaging the core, and maybe lifting one leg, the notion that that would be too much, considering the fact that you're getting out of bed and you're doing probably a good number of things every day, albeit carefully, but you've had no instruction on the many things that you do every day right now post-discectomy. The general instruction is something like, it varies, but something like, do walking, don't sit for too long, don't twist, don't lift, and that's about it. It's like, that's great. How do I put my socks on? What am I doing in the, if you've got a bad back and you're not going to work, for example, if you're going to work, then like 100%. If we're going and actually doing work in the office, why are we not doing rehab? Like this, again, super safe. Your rehab will be the safest thing that you do every day. And for more or less all the members working through, until they start actually getting into maybe phase 3 or phase 4, your exercises are literally the safest thing you're doing every day. And sometimes when you're learning those, you're still going to make mistakes. But the idea is the cost of those mistakes, because you've been through the strategy material first, is minimized massively, and at least you learn something from that mistake. Whereas if you're walking the dog tomorrow morning or go down to feed the dog, you don't learn anything from that other than, oops, I flared my back up again. So for those of you guys that have had like a microdiscectomy or something like that, and maybe you're 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks out, 2 weeks out, maybe you've got one scheduled next week. The real important thing to ask is, comparing the stress and strain or the perceived stress and strain on your body of the things you're already doing, and then compare that to the exercises done carefully.